Bruce Lee believed that fear was not an enemy, but a teacher. Unlike many who tried to avoid fear or suppress it, Bruce studied it, embraced it, and transformed it into strength. As a young boy in Hong Kong, Bruce often got into fights, but even he admitted that fear was always there. Instead of denying it, he began to ask himself, "Why am I afraid?" This simple question became the seed of his philosophy. For Bruce, fear was a signal, a reminder of awareness. It wasn't something to be ashamed of, it was a tool to sharpen the mind. When training his students, he would often say, "Fear comes from uncertainty. When you know yourself, when you are prepared, fear loses its grip." In combat, Bruce never allowed fear to freeze him. He compared fear to water. It could drown you if resisted, but if you learned to swim with it, it would carry you forward. He believed fear could heighten senses, quicken reflexes, and keep a fighter humble and alert. Bruce also recognized that fear was not only physical but also emotional: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of death. He taught that the only way to conquer these fears was through self-knowledge and direct action. To know oneself, he wrote, is to conquer fear. His unique view turned fear into a companion on the path of mastery. Instead of an obstacle, fear became fuel. For Bruce Lee, true courage was not the absence of fear, but the ability to move through it with awareness and freedom. Even today, his words remind us, fear is not a cage, it is a doorway to growth. Fear is something every human being experiences, but Bruce Lee saw it differently. He did not view fear as weakness, nor as something to be suppressed. Instead, he believed fear could be understood, embraced, and ultimately transformed into a source of power. As a teenager, Bruce faced fear in many forms: street fights, public performance, even the uncertainty of his future. But he soon realized that fear was rooted in the unknown. He once said, "Fear comes from not knowing." This insight shaped the way he trained his mind and body. By preparing himself physically and mentally, Bruce reduced the uncertainty that gave birth to fear. In combat, fear was always present. A fighter could fear injury, defeat, or humiliation. But Bruce taught that fear could sharpen awareness. It forced a person to be present in the moment. He told his students, "Fear can either paralyze you, or it can push you forward. It depends on how you use it." For Bruce, fear was also tied to ego. The fear of looking bad, of losing face, of being judged, these were illusions created by the mind. He encouraged his students to let go of these attachments. To him, freedom from fear was not about being fearless, but about dissolving the ego that created unnecessary fear in the first place. Bruce's philosophy made fear an ally rather than an enemy. Like water, fear could overwhelm a person if resisted. But if one flowed with it, adapted to it, fear became energy, focus, and CL.